We've got some breaking news out of college basketball where Notre Dame is set to hire Micah Shrewsberry as its next head coach. That is according to our Matt Norlander. Shrewsberry led Penn State to the tournament this season for the first time since 2011 and tallied the Nittany Lions' first win since 2001. He's going to replace Mike Brey, who stepped down from his role as Notre Dame's head coach after 23 seasons in South Bend. And for more on that, let's welcome in CBS Sports college basketball insider Matt Norlander. Matt, the Irish getting Shrewsberry. Are you surprised that they were able to lure him away from Penn State, especially after the season that Penn State had?
No, I'm not surprised, Jacqueline. Micah Shrewsberry is going home. He has deep roots, deep ties in Indiana, from Indianapolis. Played his college ball in that state. His first jobs, his first entry-level, low-level jobs outside of Division I came in the state of Indiana. Also was at IU South Bend previously, and really got his start at the D1 level by serving on Brad Stevens' staff at Butler, and then worked for Matt Painter at Purdue. And then Shrewsberry followed Stevens and served as an NBA assistant coach with the Boston Celtics for 6 seasons before returning to college basketball, went back to Purdue, and then 2 years ago got the Penn State job. So Notre Dame, it offered him, I'm told by sources, a 7-year deal. And the upside here, the appeal to go back to Indiana, Penn State, Micah Shrewsberry has increased Penn State's appeal. There's no doubt about it. His reputation as a coach has been on a rocket the past couple of seasons. But Notre Dame has proven historically to be a better spot. You go to the ACC, go to a place where he's familiar with the area. Obviously, there's fertile recruiting territory in nearby Chicago, and this was Notre Dame's top target. I was told by sources in the past couple of weeks that Notre Dame was homing in on Micah Shrewsberry. It didn't know at the time for sure whether or not he would say yes, but talks engaged just a few days ago after Penn State was knocked out of the NCAA tournament. Shrewsberry just got Penn State its first win in the Big Dance since 2001, and over the past 48 hours, he has been mulling a decision. And I was told earlier on Wednesday, he finally came to that decision, and so he will be moving on. And so Penn State now has to find itself its next coach.
And Notre Dame finished 11-21 this season. They had their worst conference showing in 28 seasons, going 3-17 in conference play. You're hearing that it's a 7-year deal. So what is Shrewsberry going to bring to that program?
Well, he's going to bring a really sharp all-around coaching mind. Shrewsberry kind of has the whole package, and this is nothing new. Like, people in basketball circles, I'm not just talking college basketball, I'm talking the NBA, college, lower levels. Micah Shrewsberry has a tremendous reputation. He's going to fill big shoes. Notre Dame, the reason why it's in this position to begin with is there was a denouement under Mike Brey, undoubtedly. The program had slipped in recent years. Brey was there for 23 years. He's the winningest coach in program history, but it was time to part ways. So Brey resigned. He moves along, and Brey is someone who obviously carries a tremendous reputation, is arguably the best quote in the sport, although he is not currently a head coach. We'll see if he winds up ever returning to the sideline. But Shrewsberry, plenty good behind the mic as well. Great with the whistle, great with the whiteboard. He's done an amazing job here. His career is obviously, there's so much to go. He's 46 years old. Brey was there for 23 years, and this is a big hire for Notre Dame athletic director Jack Swarbrick, because he didn't hire Mike Brey. He was not the AD when Mike Brey was hired back at the turn of the century. Now he gets his choice. He brings in Micah Shrewsberry, and I will note it is significant in this way as well. Shrewsberry is the first black head coach of Notre Dame's men's basketball program, and the hiring and bringing in Shrewsberry, oh, by the way, Notre Dame will surely tout this in the coming days when it announces the Shrewsberry hire. It's the only Power 5 program that has a black head coach in football, men's and women's basketball, and volleyball. So a turning of the page, a new era in South Bend. And I'm told by a source, by the way, that Notre Dame will not officially announce Shrewsberry as its next head coach. This will not officially come in until Friday. Some of that has to do with the way they do things up there in South Bend.
All right, let's talk about Penn State. Obviously, the Nittany Lions now have a vacancy at head coach. So what kind of shape is that program in, and where do they go from here, Matt?
Well, it's in solid shape right now. Now, the Big Ten is obviously loaded with really good coaches. It just lost a good one in Shrewsberry, and so we'll see who it brings in. I'm telling you right now, if I'm Penn State, I am going and getting Colgate's Matt Langle. I'm told that Colgate isn't expecting Langle to be in heavy play for the Temple job, which would only make sense because Langle previously served on Temple staff, but I'm told that's not the direction that school is currently looking at right now. So listen, there are no shortage of names out there that they will look around on. I almost wonder if Princeton's Mitch Henderson, going to a Sweet 16 in the area, will he get a look whenever Princeton's run ends? We will see on that. Pat Kraft, the athletic director at Penn State, he's going to have to hope he can land a hire that is good as Micah Shrewsberry was a year ago. But the process will take a little bit of time here. If I'm Penn State, I am hiring Matt Langle at Colgate. He is a star in the making. He has been paying his dues, been winning the Patriot League at a rate that's been outrageous. I think he's ready, but we will wait and see on candidates here. Surely he must have been prepared for this the minute that Notre Dame opened, because he had to know that Shrewsberry would be atop Notre Dame's list. And so here we are. Shrewsberry leaves. Penn State has to fill its job in the next week or two.
All right, that is our CBS Sports college basketball insider Matt Norlander joining us here discussing Micah Shrewsberry being hired as the new men's head basketball coach at Notre Dame. And of course, you can hear Matt Norlander alongside Gary Parrish on their podcast, the Eye on College Basketball podcast. And the latest few episodes, the guys are recapping the Sweet 16, giving you previews, all the major storylines that you need to know. You can download and listen wherever you get your podcast, or you can scan that QR code.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.